Hi, welcome to another craft video from the Kansas City, Kansas Public Library. I'm Cheryl and I'm in charge of the craft kits that we give out from the main library. And today's video is to accompany a craft kit that we'll be giving out at the main library starting October 15th, 2022. Now, if you don't get one of these kits, or if you're watching this later, you can certainly make this great project with everything you can find at your local craft store. What we're making is this Halloween spooky hanging wreath. It's made out of an embroidery hoop. It's got spiders and fake cobwebs, and it's super easy to make. So let's get started. Okay, what you'll have in the kit, or what you'll need to buy if you don't have the kit, is first of all a wooden two-part embroidery hoop, some black paint, matte, not glossy, a paintbrush, some small plastic spiders. We're going to use a 2-foot section of black ribbon, and a package of that fake cobwebs that they sell and decorating places around Halloween time. What you will also need to provide is a pair of scissors. Now, let's set things aside, and the first thing we're going to work on is the embroidery hoop. Now, these two-part hoops, first of all, if it comes with a tag on it or a price tag or sticker, take that off first. Then these two pieces come apart with this little screw at the top. You unscrew this to loosen it. Enough to where you can just slide the two pieces apart. Now you're going to take the paint and the foam brush, and you're going to paint the whole thing black with a nice even and thin coat. It doesn't have to be thick, just an even thin coat on all the wooden surfaces. You can paint these metal pieces here, but don't paint the screws, the threads on the screws, because that will make it hard to screw in and out. Okay, so do that first, and then when that's dry, you can come back and put it all together. I've got one over here that I have painted and been let dry. You see all the surfaces are covered. And you want to make it so that it slides in nicely in and out. You don't want to get it too stiff. So the one with the little screw, you're going to set aside for just a minute. And we're going to work on the other one. All right, so we're going to take out the fake cobwebs, and this is more than you'll need. This stuff stretches pretty far. So figure out how it stretches apart, and you're going to just, now be careful, I'm going to set this aside for just a second. This stuff snags on that rough wooden surface. So I'm going to kind of spread this apart first a little bit. I don't know if you can see that against the white, but it'll show up in just a second. Okay, I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to bring this over here, lay this back down on here, and try and stretch it a little bit. Then I'm going to take my top piece and put it down over this part, and I'm going to tighten up the screw. I may have to hold the little nut on the side, but tighten it up. So I'm going to hold this little piece with one hand and screw with the other so that it's a little bit closer. And then I can pull from the back, I can pull this a bit tighter. To make sure this is fairly tight. And I'm going to screw it completely together. Now I'm going to flip it over. See what I meant when I said that you had extra? And this is why you need the pair of scissors. You're going to go through and trim off the extra. Now you can leave a few wispy pieces to hang down if you'd like. So I'm going to cut most of this off. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe cut some of it. And you can maybe leave pieces, like pull strands and leave them hanging and floating down if you'd like. Like this. You do that on the opposite side from, this is going to be the hanger, this is going to be the bottom. So I'm going to leave, let me get something else so you can see the contrast here. This was my painting board. So you see, that will hang down and this will blow in the wind if you need it to, or if it's outside. I would not leave this outside in the rain, but it's okay to put it outside on Halloween or on clear nights. All right, so we're actually almost done. Now we're going to put these spiders on here, and these are very lightweight spiders. And they are just going to, we're just going to kind of jiggle them around and kind of get them to where their feet are in the spiders, the spider web. And you see, if you get their feet tangled up in the spider web, they hang there. And so you'll do that in a few spaces. Just do it randomly. Oh, by the way, this is the bottom of the spider and this is the top. But the spiders go all different directions, so I'm just going to do this and do this here. And I'm going to do one or two up here. You don't want to push too hard because you'll stretch out the cobwebs and make it too loose. But you just want to kind of jiggle it a little bit. And now you've got your spiders in there. Now if you're doing this with your own and you want bigger spiders like around the edges, feel free to take big spiders and hot glue them around the edges, or any other kind of Halloween themed decor can be hot glued right onto the edge of this here. Now we're going to do the ribbon, which is going to be used to hang that. Now we're going to find the center of the ribbon. We're going to loop it around here, and we're going to tie this in a knot. Okay, now we're going to tie a knot. We're going to go up a couple inches. We're going to tie another knot to pull it, and don't let this knot slide down. We're making a little loop to hang it with. And then if you have enough extra, you can tie the top in a little bow, just to be kind of pretty. So there we go. There's our decoration. You see, as I'm moving it, you can see that the spider webs are moving and the spider's moving. So if this is outside with the wind going, it's going to move and kind of flow and get a little spooky. And then we're done. Thanks for coming to another craft video from the Kansas City, Kansas Public Library. I'll see you next time. Bye.